Welcome to Podgorica. This is the Plaza area, the very famous shopping center. Very good. I will have an event over there, and now I will walk towards the old town again and show you that part of the beautiful city, and also share with you the open letter which I have drafted over the summer to prepare for these events here, because now I will call for the Austrian government to support Montenegro's EU accession in 2024, and I think there's a big logic here to do that, because Austria was, of course, sadly an opponent of Montenegro historically, but now they have moved towards EU membership. The old antagonism hopefully is forgotten. Austria and Montenegro were enemies, I know that. We were fighting in World War I, and Austria was occupying Montenegro land at the coast, which is now the Dakota Bay. But obviously, hopefully, we have as well some good memories together in terms of good administration and not only ancient antagonism. We definitely need to overcome the past and make a process of mutual reconciliation about World War I, about the colonial times of our crimes in that period, about the Krivoshye uprising and the suppression of that freedom fight in the 19th century against Austrian colonialism. And there is certainly much to be discovered, which I also don't know up to now, but I will find out in the framework of my activities. Historic reconciliation and coping with the past also is very important. I follow now the activities of the Prime Minister. He went to Croatia, to Dubrovnik, on an informal way to apologize. I hope I apologized. I should apologize for the war crimes which were committed by Montenegro against Croatia in the 91 war, in the shelling of Dubrovnik. He should definitely do that. He was also in Srebrenica. His speech was not well received. It was obviously a genocide, and he didn't make it so adamantly clear as he should. So there is improvement potential on the way to cope with the past. I also call for Morin, the camp there, to be a memorial site for the war crimes committed by Montenegro against the Croatians. Absolutely, that must be done. And also to settle the Croatian-Montenegrin border, the Prevlaka Peninsula next to Dubrovnik and next to Herceg-Novi. You know, there is many issues, and certainly others which I don't know, because I cannot possibly know all the issues which are between Montenegro and Croatia, but Croatia should be a prime country to overcome the historic issues, and the supporter for Montenegro. Also with Austria, I know some of the issues. This has all to be worked on. This has to be discussed by experts, by historians in committees, and then also books need to be written. There needs to be public apologies for our colonial crimes as Austria, but also as Montenegro in terms of the Balkan Wars. And obviously it's very good. I saw that here proudly, for example, here the European Union flag is flying. That makes me always very happy. Before, you have seen the Kosovo and the Albanian flag flying. That's very good. It shows that Montenegro is ready for good neighborly relations. Yeah? We have obviously the problem here with the Serb houses, with the Srpska kuća, and we have massive Serbian neo-imperialism now in 2022. Serbia is pushing very hard into Montenegro to limit the sovereignty, to somehow impose the Open Balkan agenda, the Open Balkan for Russia agenda on Montenegro. And seemingly there's also massive financial efforts to direct this government away from the West by Serbia. This is deeply problematic. And so we need to redouble our efforts from the side of the European Union and the US to counter Russian and Serbian influence in Montenegro. It's very clear that we also need financially massively engage in this country and also in politics to counter the massive Serbian and Russian influence buying here. This is a very sad fact, and we need to counter that. What I see now in 2022 is the need for a big cross-party coalition of all pro-European, pro-NATO forces, and to build a strong alliance for the West, for European integration, and go for the next big thing after NATO accession. And of course, Montenegro has the euro already in a wise decision 20 years ago, so what is missing is EU membership, and of course OECD membership, but that should be part of that. But what is definitely now very important is EU membership, and that should be the trajectory of the reforms in the next year. And then fast-track integration, European parliamentarians from Montenegro to go to the European Parliament in 2024, and not 29, 2024, and then step by step to solve all the open issues, and that's certainly possible. You don't see pro-Russian demonstrations here. Very good. It's not Serbia here, to make it very clear. This is a very good country. This is the European Montenegro, the contrast towards the sad reality of what I see in Serbia, and where I protested intensively during the last months in my visit in March and in April and in July in Serbia to protest about this unacceptable pro-Russian policy of a EU candidate status at the moment where we are at war, and we are at war with Russia by their decision, not by ours. It's an economic war. We are not facing Russian tanks here in Montenegro nor in Austria, but the answer must be also institutionally. That means faster membership of Montenegro in the European Union, and obviously membership of Austria in NATO, and of Bosnia to have the euro, and all these very logical steps which I promote since years. And now I hope the time has come for some wisdom and for some clarity. I'm walking down now, I'm like in a circle here, not talking in a circle but walking in a circle. This is the NATO headquarters, look at it. And it's very good, so I'm very happy, but somehow I'm not allowed to make videos here, so I'm silent. But there's NATO flag. This is the Agencia za nacionalno bezbednost. That's the security agency. Very good, yeah. I can make a wonderful statement here that I'm very unhappy about the firing of the head of that agency, because what happened supposedly is that he was planning a major anti-Russian, anti-Serbian cleanup operation of the Russian and Serbian assets here, and he was fired for that. So that's very, very wrong, and I'm very happy that I'm here.